Turkey is a country with many faces. On the one hand, a high-tech industrial cultural melting pot, while on the other hand, dreamy beaches, relaxation and unlimited fun. As a result of history dating back hundreds of centuries, this Mediterranean country offers some of the most fascinating cultural treasures in the world. The world-famous Grand Bazaar in the old city of Istanbul is a feast for the eyes and a treat for the soul. Art and tradition are important factors of everyday life in Turkey. Kilims and carpets are still knotted by hand by the young women of the village. Ephesus is a mysterious village, supposedly the last place the Sacred Maria was seen some 2,000 years ago. Where she died, no one knows. Turkey is home to many religions. However, 99% of the population belongs to Islam. The famous church of Hagia Sophia, once one of the most magnificent churches in the world, was in the 15th century transformed by the Turkish people into a mosque. Even today, throughout the country, you'll find churches dating back thousands of years among the many protected ruins. Turkey stretches like a bridge between the Asian and the European continents. Our journey begins in Istanbul, a simmering metropolis, the biggest in Europe. Before entering a mosque, as a mark of respect, you must first remove your shoes and place a shawl over your hair. I've been invited by the priest of the EU Mosque to a religious service. The young pupils of the Quran read from the Surah, a verse of the Holy Quran. Mahmud Oka is the Imam of the mosque. Turkey is one of the smallest Muslimic countries where a separation between state and religion is practiced. The government places great importance on establishing an open and liberal Islam. Later, Mahmud Oka will give his blessing to a circumcision ceremony. These 5 to 7-year-old boys must be circumcised. It's an important part of the Muslim religion. What would you say is the most important belief in the Islamic religion?
Herhangi bir insan dünyanın neresinde olursa olsun,
there are 5 pillars that form the basis of Islam: fasting, praying, pilgrimage, alms, and lastly, the Shahada, which needs to be vocalized. It's a commitment that states there is no God but our God, and Muhammad is his prophet.
Başka bir şeye gerek yok. Bu şekilde Müslüman.
Istanbul is the only city in the world that lays across 2 continents, one on the European side and one on the Asian side. The influences from these 2 very different worlds is apparent here in everyday life. That's also the charm of this city. Around 65 million people live in Turkey, and of that 16 million live in Istanbul. However, in 1923, Ankara was named the capital of Turkey. The square in front of the Yeni Mosque is one of the most popular places in Istanbul. There's always something happening here. Street vendors and local fishermen meet and enjoy a little chit-chat, or they feed the pigeons, which allegedly brings you luck. turbulent history stretches back over 2,500 years. It's had over 120 rulers governing the city. By the time of the Osman, the Grand Bazaar was the pivotal centre of trade between Asia and Europe. It was the main marketplace for trading goods, camel drivers and jewellery. In this bazaar, haggling is a must. You shouldn't end up paying more than 2/3 of the asking price. Here you can find simply everything, from Aladdin's lamps to CD players. The bazaar is not just a collection of shops, but an authentic dome-covered city of 200,000 square metres. Kapali Sharsi is one of the biggest markets in the world. And don't miss out on the chai. This is the traditional Turkish tea, enjoyed anywhere, anytime. Excuse me, I'm trying to find a place that they bake bread and they roll it in the middle of the room. Do you know of a place?
Yeah, no.
Here? Just up there? Okay. This way. Thank you. This is not a rare sight in Turkey. People simply dancing and making music on the streets. Here, there's always something to celebrate. Very well. I've been invited to watch these ladies make the bread in a very old and traditional way. So let's see how it's done. This bread dish is called gözleme. It's one of Turkey's oldest specialties. The original recipe comes from the Osmanli Empire. In times of poverty, gözleme was a cheap and quick way of feeding the family. The dough is first kneaded, then filled with either spinach, feta cheese or mincemeat. It's okay? It's hot. Hiya! It's really hot. Have you tried? This is a very quick way of making the bread. It only takes a couple of minutes. And then you can eat it. Oh, it's hot. Hot but beautiful. Not far from here lies Najil Sokak, the water pipe street. Originally, the idea of the water pipe came from India. The tradition was further developed in Egypt before coming back to Turkey in the 17th century. Metin is a water pipe expert. He says you're not to inhale the smoke, but just to puff it like a cigar. For the last few years, the tradition of tobacco smoking with water pipes has become trendy once more with Turkey's young crowd. This is my first experience in a traditional hammam, a place known for its deep ritual cleansing. The Turkish bathhouse is one of the last relics of Osmanic culture. Cleanliness is one of the most important commandments of the Islamic religion, and the hammams help in the ritualistic washing of the believers before a ceremony. A A special herb mixture made from myrrh, sage oil, and other cleansing substances from the Far East benefit and cleanse both body and soul.